Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Asian session stream. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know you guys are probably thinking, wow, he's already $560 negative on a trade. Well, that's because we've been holding this trade since 9 in the morning yesterday. Typically, I don't hold trades this long. This is not something I typically do. However, we are still in a USD CHF buy. So that is where we're at right now. But have no fear. I do have a couple setups for us tonight. We are going to go over some good ones that I have looked at here for the last hour. Going to go over why we like them and possibly get in some. Again, the account's not over leveraged, even though it looks like we are pretty negative right now, which we are, but we're not negative. We're not over leveraged, and that's what's important. So we still have room to make some trades. So starting from the top, AUD NZD. Let's take a look at this right here. AUD NZD had a break of structure. We're going to look at everything on the 4-hour right now to start. So we're going to take a look at everything on the 4-hour. So we have identified here on AUD NZD that we are on a downtrend, right? And what we had here was a very strong new support made, and we had a break and a retest. What that is we had it break through, we had it come back down, we had a breakthrough. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. We had it break through, we had it come back down, and I'm using the wrong thing. Sorry about that, guys. We had it break through, come back down, reject, and now we're looking towards the upside. It's important to note that this trade right here has a break of structure right here. We had our break of structure as it really came down through here. This was where we had a break of structure. Full on outside the channel, and we had a strong rejection wick right on the bottom here. So with that being said, we'll look for buys if we get a candle closure above the zone, which it looks like we're going to. Excuse me, guys. Moving on to Euro CAD. Again, here, we're looking at break of structure. We had consolidation for quite some time here. All of this consolidation right here. A lot of consolidation. We finally had a breakthrough and a retest. We should fill this zone. This zone right here is going to be good for 70, almost 80 pips right here. Our last time we broke through this zone was back on September 1st. But this is our zone that we're looking toward right now on the 4-hour time frame. This is possibly something that we could look to get in. Our next chart that we're looking at, Euro USD. We had a ribbon flip and a clear break of structure. So what that means is we had our channel here. This was a clear uptrend. It's now a downtrend. It was broken. However, we're going to need to see a full candle close under this EMA ribbon right here for us to get in sells. We did have a bullish 4-hour candle, so we're going to wait to see one more bearish before it falls. But this could be a massive fall, upwards of 60 pips. So there's another trade, that is Euro USD. Next one we're moving on to is GBP NZD. Now this was a chart that we marked up last week. Last week we marked it up to right here with it moving down. It is continuing to move down. If we see a break of the previous lows right here, we will take sells. So sells with a full break above the low. Sells with full closure below lows. Make that red. You can see what we're looking at here. The possible downside to that is 192 pips. That is a ton. Will it move that much? Most likely not this session, but it's a very good chart to look at. Moving on to AUD USD, buys above the line. So we had again a break of structure here, and we had a break and retest. So if we're going to draw some lines here, what we're going to look at is the path. We had it break, we had it come back down and retest, and now we're looking for it to go up this way. We would need to see a green bullish candle closure above this line, which would break the previous highs for us to get in a buy. Potential upside on this from the green line, right around 50 plus pips right there. So again, we're looking really good in terms of the setups that we're looking at right now. And our final one is Euro AUD. We're not actually going to touch this. It already made it to the bottom, so we're going to unflag that. So we have 6 charts that we're looking at, 1 chart that we're in. We are currently in USD CHF buys. Now, you may be thinking, Matt, this could double top on us. Certainly possible. If you're looking at it like that, this could be a double top and come all the way down to here. Very possible. However, that's not what I'm looking at. What I'm seeing here is a very strong support at the EMA ribbon, and on the day chart, we're still looking kind of bullish here with these long wicks. So there's a couple things to look at. We can also look at the hour. If you look at the hour chart here, we have had some massive sideways tracking. This is called consolidation. This consolidation has been going on for quite some time. This entire area right here is just consolidation, but you also have a bullish pennant right here. So we're looking for this to break here and move toward the upside. Again, we've been in this trade for quite some time. That's why you're seeing the negative P&L right there, or right there. Nope, right there. So that's what we're looking at on USD CHF. This is the trade we're currently in right now. However, AUD NZD is looking extremely solid. Let me get rid of this arrow here. It gets a little confusing with all these white lines. AUD NZD needs to break these highs right here. So that's where we're at on AUD NZD for us to take a buy. On Euro CAD, this is already in a downturn. You had a little bit of a head and shoulders here, but let's look at the 4. The 4 is bearish with a solid FEG there as our resistance zone. So we're looking for this to move toward the downside as well. So what we'll do is put this right here, and we're going to write sells with closure below. Closure below the line. Closure. Sells with closure below the low. Right there. So, moving on to Euro USD. Again, break of structure, but we have 2 bullish candles. We're probably not going to touch this until we see anything happen there, so I'm going to move that to the bottom. GBP NZD is in a full-blown downfall if we can break this low, and AUD USD needs to break this high. So we have 4 charts that we're looking at right now, and we're going to narrow those down and get into a trade. However, we're going to wait for some volume, being that it is only 7 o'clock. We are 10 minutes into the Asian session, so we're going to need to see some more volume and see what is going on here with these charts. AUD USD does look extremely bullish, though. I will say that. On the 4 hour, you've had a doji, a bigger hammer, almost a hammer, more of a tweezer, and now we've got a hammer candle, which signifies that this support is valid. You want me to check GJ? I'll take a look at GJ. All right, so let's look at GJ here. On the 4 hour, GJ has just broken a all-time high from back January 11th. You're going to see retracement here. Let's, we can duplicate this here and take a look and draw this all the way out. So GJ's got to come down at some point, to be quite honest with you. Cutthroat, GJ's got to come down. It is at a high, a very high high. If you want to look at the day chart, it's just shot up. It hasn't been this high in a long time. It has not been this high since, that is July of 2024 was the last time it was this high. For it to keep moving, I'd be very shocked. I would not be getting in a buy here. I would be waiting to see a bearish candle close on either the 1 hour or the 4 hour, and I would sell this back down. But to be honest with you, there's nothing for me on GJ. Nothing for me on GJ. Yeah, there's nothing going on GJ. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole right now, to be quite honest with you. Hopefully that makes sense for you, Cutthroat. But AUD-NZD's looking good. EuroCAD's looking good. GBP-NZD's looking good. We just need some clarification. We need some more confirmation on all of these, to be quite honest with you guys. We don't have enough confirmation on any of these to get into a trade yet. The only one I'd even consider is going to be AUD-USD. But that kind of could go opposite with our USD CHF trade that we're in right now. Yeah, GJ's got nothing, man. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Our 4 hour is moving up. It is still a bearish candle, but this is a long wick that rejected down here. So we're still looking, we still have a positive outlook on this trade. And yes, we are holding drawdown, but it's really not a big deal, to be quite honest with you guys. The drawdown's not enough for us to get out yet. Now, if we do see it break this right here, where I have this major drawdown alert set, that is where we would get out. I'm actually going to move this to right there and make it red. That's our major drawdown. And we're also going to put a... We're going to get rid of this one. We're going to get rid of these white lines as well. Clear up this chart a little bit. We could be double topping here. It's totally possible that this is a double top. But you know what? Based off the rejection we've seen off this support right here and the very strong 4-hour fair value gap, I'm not really seeing that happen. We should fill these wicks too, especially with such a strong break of structure here and the new uptrend. If we look at our technicals too, the day is a buy, the 4 hours a buy, the 2 hours a buy, the 1 hour is neutral, and then from there it goes down to sells in the short term. But we've been in this trade for so long now, we're really only looking at the 2 hour and up, which are buys. Let's take a look at our other trades here, see what's going on these charts. We have very clear indications of when we're going to get in trades, though, and that's what's important. Is we've analyzed these charts, and we're now going to get in them when the time comes. So we've got clear indications of what's going on, and we understand what needs to happen for us to get into a trade. That is probably the hardest part of trading, is breaking down a chart and figuring out what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and when you're going to get in. Once you get past that part, it becomes a lot easier to be able to see charts, read charts, and understand where the market is moving. Whether it's the upside, the downside, or consolidation, it can only do 3 things. It's kind of subjective, to be honest with you, but you can never go wrong with the pairs that have the most volume. Cutthroat. So as long as you have volume, there's going to be volatility. Volume equals volatility. So whatever pairs have the most volume, that's the ones that I would trade. Right now, Euro JPY has volume, but we have nothing on it. AUD NZD has volume. We're at 6.6K. Granted, we're only 17 minutes into the Asian session. And then London is going to be any of the GBP pairs. Any of the Great British Pound pairs, that's fine. Right now, you're looking at any of the JPY pairs, but you get a lot more volume in certain pairs than others, and that's just when you pull up TradingView and have it sort by volume. Again, I know a lot of people like to trade certain pairs. They only trade GJ and gold. There's a ton of streamers on here that only stream and trade GJ and gold. I'll never understand that because there might not be a setup on those two. I'll trade where there's a break of structure and a clear support and resistance. That's just my system. That's how I trade. That's the most important thing, is get your system down and stick with it. Get your system down and stick with it. There's no reason to go searching for trades that don't meet your requirements. Once you find a system that works and you're profitable with, you just got to stick with it. That's my stance on the subject there. But again, we're in buys on USD/CHF. We've been in buys since Monday the 8th at 9 a.m. That is when we got in buys. We scalped it all the way up and took profit several times, made a little over $260, and now we are holding, and we have some alerts set here so we know when to get out. But in my opinion, this is a bullish moving chart right here, and we should see it break it during this session. But we're not too tied up to get into other trades, so that's why we have set up other charts here, and we have clear indications of what the plan is on any of these charts if it happens. Looks like GBP NZD might be the first one to break it. It's also got almost 6K in volume. So GBP NZD is looking like it could be the best option. But again, we need a candle closure below this line to see it break some new lows here. AUD NZD, same thing. Again, I really like the look of this trade, but we're going to need to see something break this previous high. If we can break some previous highs, we should see some movement upwards of 30 pips right there. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We can go over it. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. We're growing. We're growing every day. We're up to 300 subscribers in a little over 2 weeks. So we're growing. We're becoming bigger and better every single stream. Appreciate everyone who's in right now. Right now it's a waiting game. One of the harder parts of trading is the waiting game. Waiting to get your signal to go ahead and get in the trade that you are looking at. And right now we need some more confirmation on pretty much all 4 of these charts. And there's none that we can really rule out right now. But we are getting some bullish movement here on the USD CHF chart. We can look at this on the hour, but the consolidation is insane here. Your bullish pennant is right here. Ideally, we need to break a structure right here for this to go to the upside. That's what we're looking for right now. And we've been waiting for that for quite some time. Like I said, since 9 a.m. on Monday the 8th, yesterday. It is now 7:30 p.m. on the 9th. So we've been in this trade for quite some time, and we've held some drawdown, but it is what it is. That happens when you're trading. As long as you're not over leveraged and you have a good risk mitigation plan, you can hold that. Some people, this would make them sick to their stomachs, but maybe trading's just not for you if you can't do that, and that's the harsh reality of it. You got to be able to hold drawdown and keep yourself calm. Your wins and your losses, you should have the same reaction every time. Calm. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. We're waiting for confirmation on 4 charts right now. And it doesn't look like we're getting any yet. So, it's a waiting game right now, guys. The only one that looks pretty solid right now is Euro USD on the hour. What's the 4 look like? The 4's flipping bearish, bullish. But if we can use this EMA ribbon as a resistance point right here, I'm actually going to draw one for you here. So There's your break of resistance line. We're going to want to see this move down. But again, we need bearish closes. The trade right now, the pair right now with the highest volumes, AUD/NZD. So again, if we see this break this high right here, we can look to get in buys. But it's a waiting game. And if we look on the hour chart as well, pretty similar. And then we can go down all the way down to the 15 and look what the 15 minute is doing. 15 minutes just riding that EMA ribbon up. So once we get a break above the green line here, that's when we'll look to enter. But for right now, we're just sitting on our hands waiting. Nice green bearish candle there, though. Very, very small, bullish candle. Very, very small bearish candle here in between two green bullish candles, which is signifying an uptrend. And we had a massive rejection right here on the EMA ribbon and at our support zone. So this trade is looking pretty solid. Again, not something we're going to get in yet until we have that confirmation that it is, in fact, going to move past the previous highs. And that's when we can look to take it. USD CHF is the one we're focusing on though right now. We need that candle to turn green on us and start to move up. We are currently holding, let's see, we're currently holding 16.4 pips negative right now. These wicks are a really good sign of rejection off this support, and we should start to see this drive up within the Asian session. Do we have any news tonight? Let's take a look. Forex Factory. We have President Trump spoke at 6 p.m. 8:30. We have CNY news. CPI and PPI year over year. That's the China national news. So we have the National Bureau of Statistics releasing the change of price of goods and services purchased by consumers year over year. That is one that we have. And then we also have PPI, which is pretty much the same thing. Prices and goods purchased and sold by producers. The actual is going to be greater than the forecast. That's going to help the currency. That'll be for Chinese pairs. But we don't have any news that really should impact USD CHF tonight. Nothing that should impact USD CHF tonight. So we're just hoping price action takes care of it. We like our setup here. Price action should take care of this and move it upward. Put on a little different vibe.
Wix.
A little different vibe on the music. A little too much for a stream. Yeah, a little more calm there. And we are getting some good movement on the 1 hour, the 7 o'clock candle here. The 7 o'clock hour candle is bullish, excuse me. We did just get a new 15-minute candle as well. We'd love for the 15-minute to break these highs. If we can break these highs on the 15-minute, I do truly think we'll start to see some upside here. But we'll see. We're holding a little bit of drawdown here, and it's really not that big of a deal. We're holding 15.3 pips of drawdown, and we've been holding some drawdown except for the news this morning that spiked it up to our TP1. I did not get out at that time. Reason being is I think it's going to keep going further, but time will tell. We will find out this stream most likely what's going to happen here on USD CHF. It's not gaining quite as much volume yet as some of the other pairs, but volume will start to pour in around 8 o'clock. We're looking for this to move past the 0.81 area. Our target is a little bit higher up here, but if we can get up to this 8.1 area, that would be great. That's really where we're looking to move up toward on the upside here on this USD CHF pair. We can come take a look at some of our other charts here. We are getting some bullish movement on the AUD NZD buy we're looking at. The Euro CAD sell we're looking at is consolidating quite a bit here at this 1.60985 area. So we're getting some serious consolidation there. On GBP NZD, we had a break in the line up the other way. Not ideal for what we're looking at. Like I said, we need sells with full closure below this for the lows. So let's take a look at it on the hour real quick. But yeah, that's not looking too good at this time. It hasn't broken these lows and stayed below it. It's retesting the EMA ribbon as a resistance zone. This is a resistance zone, the EMA ribbon. It's retesting it right now. If we can drive back down, that's something we'd get in. AUD USD buys, again, consolidating here. We haven't seen anything break the highs. And same with Euro USD. We are going to want to see a break of some low down here. Something right there. So for now, we stick with our plan, and that's Euro CHF. And we're going to watch it on the 15 for a little bit here just to see some movement. We could even watch it on the 5. The 5's been consolidating for quite some time. This EMA ribbon is virtually nothing. It's just a tiny little, all the EMAs have converged. So the 20, the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50 time frame EMA ribbons have all converged onto one spot. This is typically when you see a breakout. Which way will the breakout go? Hopefully toward the upside, but we'll find out here, I think, sooner than later. We've had it reject this zone a couple different times. 1, 2, 3. We've had it reject this zone a couple times. That's a good sign that this is going this way. But again, we also could be seeing a double top, which means this would be the target on a sell. But we are currently in on buys on this. But here, here, and here, these are strong supports, very strong supports. In fact, so strong that it's been over 24 hours since they've been holding true and holding steady. Same with the hour. You can see the same thing on the hour here. So you had 1, you had 2, you had 3, you had 4. You had 4 points of support down here, which again indicates a move to the upside. We just need to get a little breakout above this right here. A breakout above this would definitely help us out with some good price action movement. We can hope to see some profits there. Again, this is a trade that we've been in for a while, so this is something that we've been tracking for almost a day now. No major news tonight is good. It looks like 8:30 we'll have an orange folder, which is medium impact news for the Chinese currency. So we'll see if that has an impact. I don't think it will, to be quite honest with you. And the news that we got today on the USD. We had the JOLTS job openings. That's a red folder, so that is very impactful news. That was forecasted to be new job openings to be 7.14 million. It was actually 7.67 million. The previous was 7.66. So that is a good thing for the US dollar. When the actual number comes out that's higher than the forecasted and higher than the previous number in terms of job openings in the United States, it's good for that currency, i.e. the US dollar, which is why we are still bullish on this trade. Tomorrow, I believe we also have some pretty big USD news. Yeah, we've got employee cost index quarter over quarter. And then for CAD, we actually have the Bank of Canada rate statement, the overnight rate, and then the Bank of Canada press conference. And then at 2 p.m. for USD, we have the federal funds rate, which is FOMC day. FOMC day is extremely volatile. I will not trade during the FOMC. I will trade before, I will trade after, but I will not trade during FOMC. It is extremely volatile. It could stop you out. It could hit your take profit. It could do many different things, but that is a rule that I have, that I just do not trade FOMC. If you trade FOMC, it is an extreme risk. It is an extreme risk. We're getting some good bullish movement on this USD CHF trade, which is good. Again, we want to hope to break the previous highs. And if we can get full closure above the EMA ribbon, we should be looking toward the upside here. Elliot, what's up, man? Nice to have you. Thanks for joining. First Asian session. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are still holding the trade from the other day, from yesterday. As you can see, we've been in it for quite some time. For 1 day and 11 hours we've been in it for, and we are currently holding 16 pips of drawdown, but I mentioned earlier that this is still a bullish trade. As long as these candles and the market respects the EMA ribbon that we have here, we should see a bullish movement off this bullish pennant. Here's our bullish pennant. Candle closure above right here is going to signify a move upwards toward our take profits. And that's what I think will happen during this session if we can keep the bullish momentum pouring in. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. I know I am. It's a busy day at work, but we're back on the charts. I'm going to make some money tonight in the Asian session. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. We're going live Sunday through Thursday. Asian session and one New York session each week. Don't know where Adele's at. He's normally in the chat. And Charlie, he's normally in the chat. They're probably just waking up over there. We got 2 more minutes until we get a new 15-minute candle, which is good. A couple more minutes here until we get a pretty impactful candle. And we obviously still have some open trades here on USD CHF, so. But the consolidation here is just getting really tight right around here. This was a news wick this morning on USD News, but the consolidation is in an extremely tight pattern here. We're waiting for the breakout. The breakout's going to be key here. The breakout is going to be key to see what happens here. We got 1 minute until we get a 15-minute candle here. Alright, here's our new 15-minute candle. And it looks like it's opening bearish. Tell you what, this is one of the trades this is the most consolidation on a trade that I've seen in a really long time. In terms of just the tracking sideways, staying within 10 to 12 pips, 15 pips, just not really up or down much, just straight sideways. It's tough to make money that way. You know, we got into this trade earlier when it wasn't doing this. We were looking for more of an upside swing quicker, but that didn't happen, obviously. But the technicals still speak for themselves here that this is a bullish trade. Again, we'll find out soon, but typically you don't want to trade when it's side to side. You want to catch a breakout. So we'll see what happens here. What do we got? A new hour candle coming in 13 minutes. And this hour candle is green right now, which is solid. It is green right now. Hopefully we close green on this hour candle here in 12 minutes. But we are at a very, very tight consolidation point here. Let's take a look at some of our other charts here. AUD NZD is going. That's about the only one. Yeah, AUD NZD is the best looking trade right now. If we can get an hour candle close above this, we will get it on AUD NZD. I would expect to see it wick down and then head up. So AUD NZD is what we're looking at right now. If we go back to the 4 hour, it's a great movement up. And we're going to want to see it push through this zone, and then we can take some buys. We got 10 minutes until we get an hour candle close. 10 minutes, guys, until we get the new hour candle close. Here we're looking to get into buys with a close above the zone here and possible upside of 34-ish pips. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll see what happens here with this candle close in 9 minutes. We'll make a decision on if we want to get into this. We'll get into probably just like one lot or maybe a half a lot because we are still in on our USD CHF pair. But AUD NZD has nothing to do with USD CHF, which is solid. So we don't have to worry about them fighting each other or correlating. None of that we have to worry about. We're going to wait for the retracement here, I think. But we should be able to get in buys here. Let's see, what are we looking at? AUD NZD. AUD NZD is going to push. Alright. We may get in buys here. AUD NZD is looking pretty solid, guys. We're going to wait for some pullback, hopefully, on this new hour. But ideally, we'd want to get in, like right here, with our stop loss down here, our take profit way up here. Actually, could pull that stop loss up a little bit. But to play it safe, we'll put it right at that EMA ribbon. See what happens on this new hour. AUD NZD is going to go for these 30 pips, I think. Had some great rejection right there. Great break, retest, and go. So this is a really solid looking trade. We got 5 minutes until we see if we get some movement back down so we can get in at a good price. See what USD CHF is doing. Flipped a little bit. Nah, the wick is still long. We're still rejecting off this support. Really not too worried about it. It's still a pretty valid trade, to be quite honest with you guys. Looking to get in some buys here with closure above the line or any sort of wick that is above the line. Oops, sorry. Hopefully everyone's having a good day, guys. Appreciate you watching. We got 4 minutes until a new hour candle. And this should give us some indication on a lot of these trades what's going to happen. We have 12.43K in volume on this pair right here, which is pretty good. It's in the higher amount of volume out of the pairs that are being traded right now, which is good. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Uh, 2 minutes. Let's see what AUDNZD's technicals look like. We got a strong buy on almost all of the indicators here, which is good. Very good. One more minute, guys. I think we're going to see a little bit of a wick down here, probably to this area, this 1.14956 area. And that's where we will look to enter. But this is an extremely bullish trade and has very high probability of reaching the zone that we want it to. I like this trade. And we'll send this in the Telegram group for sure too. If you're not in the Telegram group and you haven't read my ebook yet, I would highly suggest it. We go over live trades. We talk a lot about, many different things to become a successful trader. Alright, we're going to get in on this trade here. 1.1502. 1.1502. 1.1502. Alright. And our take profits, our stop loss is going to be right there. We're going to draw up some take profit lines here. Let's get some take profit lines in there. Our first is going to be about right there. Our second is going to be right about there, and our third is going to be up here. We're going to put this right here. Actually, we're going to put it over here. And we'll copy this image. And we're going to send this in a Telegram group for all of our subscribers, because they get to know first. So we're long on AUD NZD. Put it in the chat too. At our entry point was 1.1502. Our first take profit line is gonna be, where are we at? 1.15116. 1.15. Alright, let's take a look at our, so we're in this trade right now. We're long on AUD NZD. USD CHF, let's take a look here. Consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. A lot of consolidation still. We're going to wait to see what happens on this one. See what the 4 looks like. 4 is still moving up. I would expect it to drop down to about right here and then pretty much go back up. But we got the wick, which is good because it typically covers the wick on the way up. This wick right here is a good indication of buying power. and we should see it come up and move toward the upside and fill this zone during this session. That's what we're looking at right now. We can look at this on the 15 if we want here. The 1 hour is a little better predictor. 1 hour is just going to be a little better to look at. In my opinion, I like the 4 hour and the 1 hour the best. But we do have two charts that we're on, and we're going to see what happens here. Some of our other charts, nothing happened. Nothing we wanted. Yep, AUD/NZD was the best trade to take out of all of our trades. So that's where we're at on that. Currently in 7 positions right now between USD CHF and AUD NZD. It's a lot harder to take these trades live with a bunch of people watching you, let me tell you. But you know what? It makes you better. We've been doing this for a long time, guys. So a little drawdown can't hurt. It only hurts if you're over leveraged. And we are not. So we are not. Getting a lot of movement here on this new hour. The USD CHF trade starting to move back up. Still using that EMA ribbon as a support. We should see this AUD NZD trade start to move up as well. Start to go green. We've been holding drawdown for quite some time, guys. And this is why I preach risk management. If you can't hold drawdown, you're using too much of your account. You're over leveraging yourself. We are nowhere near that. $530 negative, and we are nowhere near over leveraged. We're in pretty good shape right now. Just waiting to see what happens. We've got a little over almost 16,000 in volume on AUD/NZD and almost 10K in volume on USD/CHF. So we've got volume on both of them. It's starting to pour in here as the Asian session really gets kicked off. We're only an hour and 11 minutes into the Asian session as well, so we're just getting started in this bad boy. Really just getting started. The AUD/NZD trade looks like we're using this FEG right here as a pretty solid support. We should see this move toward the upside here with a little more buying volume. Again, if we look at the technicals, they're all pretty much buys or strong buys all the way down to the 5-minute. So especially the 4-hour. Take a look at the 4-hour here. Yeah. So we're looking at two charts right now simultaneously. And again, they don't correlate whatsoever. They have nothing to do with each other. They're 4 totally separate currencies. So we don't have to worry about one going up, meaning one goes down, or one going down and one goes up. We don't have to worry about that. Because these two pairs do not correlate at all. Zero correlation. About to get a 15-minute candle here. We got our ribbon flip. We got an FEG, so we have some support here, and we broke the previous high, which is solid, and we should see this move toward the upside. Oops. We'll put a, let me move this. Put a notification there. I'll call it this. TP1. We'll call this one TP2, and we'll go up here and mark this one as TP3, and we'll add one more down here and call this one stop loss. So we've got our We've got our alert set, which is good. We'll take a look at USD CHF. We go to 15 on this one since we just got a new 15-minute candle. Still in some major consolidation, guys. Almost no movement here for the last 17, 18, 19, 20 for the last 2 hours. Just sideways tracking. So, which is fine. See that flip green and get some bullish movement. Break out the zone here. Hey, new subscriber. Appreciate you guys. Just slowly watching these. You know, that's trading is a waiting game to some extent. After you've done the hard work to get your trade, figure out where you're going to get in, and understand which way the price is moving, it's just a waiting game, and this is where people fail. They have no patience. Patience is key, and volume equals volatility. I'll say that again. Patience is key, and volume is volatility. We're getting the volume. We're at almost 18,000 on AUD/NZD. We're almost at 10K on USD CHF. The volume's starting to come in, and the price is going to start to move. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Big news day tomorrow, though. Typically when you see a wick like this too, you'll see it fall. You'll see it come down and fill this wick and then reject and go. So we may see that, but it looks like there's some buying pressure here that's holding this candle, holding it up there. This is no longer has the possibility of a double top on the 1 hour. And on the 4 hour, it's still holding the price strong above our previous low. So this long wick means that there's a lot of buying pressure. Not enough to turn it bullish, but there's still a lot of buying pressure. A lot of buying pressure. And there's our move on AUD/NZD as well. So we got some green candle movement here. We got 10 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. But we got a green flip, which is always good. Now let's see it break these highs and fill this wick. That would be solid. And again, the market doesn't move in a linear fashion. It moves side to side. So you're never just going to see it go straight up. Always going to see some sideways tracking, you know? You're going to see something similar. So like what we had here, where you had to go up and come down. You have it go up, you might have it come down. You have it go up, you might have it come down. Go up. That's what you could expect to see. You're never going to expect to see it just go straight up. It doesn't happen like that. It's very rare that it does, and if it does, it's on news because a candle shoots straight up due to good news or bad news for the currency. Now that we've showed that, I'm going to get rid of that so we can see a clear chart. We've got these labeled as well. I really like to label, you know, here's a really good tip. When you're trading, label your alerts so you know what the alert is when it pops up for you. So if you're not, you know, attentive and on the charts, if you know you put your trade in, you walk away, you have the TradingView app on your phone, at least when the notification comes up, it's going to let you know what the notification is if you label it. So this one I labeled break even. This one I've labeled previous high, break of the previous high. This one I've labeled profit. This one I've labeled major drawdown. Same with the AUDNZD trade. We've labeled this one stop loss. We've labeled this one TP1, TP2, all the way up to TP3. So you know what's going on your charts without having to actually look at it. Because we've already plotted and marked these positions on our chart. All we got to do is wait for the alert. So you don't have to just stare and second guess yourself at the screen all day. We're obviously going to stare at the screen right now because we're live streaming it. But if you don't have the time to, or you need to be somewhere, or you're in a trade and you're not in front of your computer, it's a great way to know where you're at without staring at the screen. If we can get a green flip on the USD CHF trade, if we can get a green 4-hour close in 35 minutes, that'll be a very good sign for us. Same with the AUDNZD. If we can get some green closes, like we can look at the hour, yeah, this is going to go up this way. So green candle closes is what we're looking for on both of these trades. We're in buys on USD CHF and buys on AUDNZD. Buys on both of them. If you're just joining us, welcome guys. Appreciate you. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe, go live every night. USD CHF is moving green. That is a great sign for us. We are finally green on that 4-hour candle. We're getting some positive bullish movement here. Love to see a breakout on this bullish pennant. Would love to see a breakout on it. Another subscriber. Thank you guys. Up to 304. Appreciate all the new subscribers, guys, and welcome. Really do appreciate you guys very much. Getting some good upward movement here on USD/CHF. And we're getting some decent movement on AUD/NZD as well. There you go, flip green going into the last 3 minutes. Let's take a look at the 15 now that we're about to get a new 15 on both of these. Let's get a close above the previous highs here, and a close above the previous highs here would be a very good indication that the upward movement's going to keep going. Be a great indication.
Welcome to the Quick Start Guide.
Ads. Not a fan of those. Ads on this copyright-free music. There's a good move on AUD/NZD. 2 minutes left until we get a new 15-minute candle here, guys. Let's get a bullish candle close here. Let's get a couple bullish candle closes. We're below holding that 500 drawdown mark, which is good. It means both our trades are moving in the right direction. We're in almost 4 lots right now of almost 4 lots right now with both trades combined. This is good. This is good right here. This is good. There's a move on USD CHF that we've been waiting for. It's a good move. Possible upside on these 3, 6, 12, 18, 180. 180 on the AUD NZD pairs, and on the USD CHF pairs, we're looking at 3, 4, 5, a little over 500 if we hit our take profits on all of these. Not to count our chickens before they hatch here, but just giving you guys an idea of what this trade is looking like for us. Elliot, what do you think, man? What are you thinking about these trades? It's dancing on that line there for this AUD NZD trade. It is dancing on that line. I think we're going to see some move to the upside here going into the 9 o'clock hour as well. I think we're going to see some move to the upside. Yeah, I agree with you, Elliot. It's a good analysis there. Asian session certainly got some consolidation, especially over the last 2 weeks that we've been trading. We've seen a lot of consolidation and then breakouts. We just want to catch those breakouts. Look at that USD CHF trade. Let's get a close above that 15-minute candle there. We want to see a close right here. We want to see a close above. That'd be the first time we got a closure above in since an hour ago, 2 hours ago. We want to get a close above this line. Right here is our line that we want to get a close above. That'll really signify some upward movement. Yeah, it is. We're at the end of the year, too. It's a good point that you bring up there, Elliot. Being at the end of the year, a lot of traders take this last part of the year off, going into the holidays, going into Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, going into all of the holidays. A lot of traders take off, which can minimize the amount of volume, but there's also a lot of traders that go pretty hard to finish the end of the year strong. So there's both sides of the coin there. Oh, there's a good move on AUD NZD. I moved into profit on that trade. Small profit, but we did move into profit on that trade. Bullish candle closes is what we're looking for here. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Go live Sunday through Thursday. Asian session almost every night. Oh, is that a pip and a half in profit? 1.1. Very small, but we're up. USD CHF is still saying positive too. Ribbon flip on the 15. Closure above the ribbon is going to give us some really strong buying power. Tomorrow we will not be trading until the Asian session. We will not be trading any New York session tomorrow. FOMC announcing the rate hikes or drops. We will not be touching the markets until tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening, I should say. Markets are extremely volatile during news and very unpredictable. For instance, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, was it? When was it? Unemployment claims on December 4th. If you go and look at what the charts did on December 4th, the unemployment claims were positive. It spiked the US dollar and then dropped it down like a sack of potatoes. So, sometimes there's no rhyme or reason why the market does it. And that is why I do not trade news. It is way too volatile and unpredictable, and there's really no market structure when it comes to it. There just isn't. I want to see this above the EMA ribbon. Slow moving trades right now, which is wild because we have over 21,000 in volume on AUD NZD, and we've got over 10,000 on USD CHF. So the volume's piling in, going into the 9 o'clock hour, where we will get a new 4-hour and a 1-hour candle. So the new 4-hour should give us some insights as to what's going on coming up here in just a couple minutes here. 22 minutes. Uh, 5 minutes till we get a new 15-minute candle here. 5 minutes. There's the movement we wanted on the 15 on USD CHF. That's the movement we want to see. Hopefully the next 5 minutes we can get some more bullish movement and start moving toward that upside. but the bullish movement's coming in. After a couple hours of sideways movement, we're actually getting some linear movement, which is solid. This one's just bouncing on the line right here. AUD NZD. There's some really good movement on USD CHF. Let's take a look at the hour here. Alright, will we see the breakout? Will we finally see the breakout here on USD CHF? This is where I have the most positions in. I have 4 positions for a total of 2 lots. So I have most of my positions in USD CHF. I have some smaller positions in AUD NZD. Again, not over leveraged. I know we mentioned that, but beat it to death. Beat it to death, you know. That is the most important part of trading, is not over leveraging that account. And we're only holding what? We're only holding 13 and a half pips negative right now. Getting some really good movement. Back to a strong buy on the 4-hour too. Speculation is high. Technical analysis is showing that we're moving toward the upside finally. Price action's working in our favor off this EMA ribbon. AUD NZD is a little stagnant right now, but I think we're going to see some good movement here. We got 1 more minute until we get a 15-minute candle. 1 more minute until we get a new 15-minute candle. Almost 2 hours into the stream. Had a 6-hour stream the other day. I think Elliot was in it for a while too. Streamed for 6 hours from the New York session the other day. Almost the entire session. It was a long stream, let me tell you. But I got a lot of good clips from it. Looks like we're going to get a bullish close here on the 15 here. Yep, we did get a bullish close. You want me to check gold? I can take a look at gold, but I don't trade gold. But we can certainly analyze it. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, we'll look at it on the 4-hour. Gold's in a consolidation pattern. It's in a consolidation pattern, so if we were to draw up our chart here, you're in a consolidation pattern with a ribbon flip. The 4-hour looks bullish. The 1-hour, you'd need to see it break these highs before you did anything. I wouldn't touch it right now. Gold is not a trade I would get in right now. Yeah, you'd need to see a buy above this green line right here, which would be the previous highs going back to December 8th, December 7th, December 8th. And you have 3 rejection points here. So you've got a rejection here, you've got a rejection here, and you've got a rejection here. This could move toward the downside or it could move toward the upside. Personally, I wouldn't touch it. I would not touch it there. So there's my analysis on gold, is don't touch it yet. Not until you get a break above. And it already finished this W pattern. You had a W pattern here. It already finished it. You could look at it as a bigger W. This. That would be your top. But you need to see a break above right here for this to go. So, back to our charts. Bullish movement there. And a little consolidation here. But our consolidation on the AUDNZD trade is above the green line, which is good. That means we're establishing a support right here for this to also go. We're establishing a nice support right here at this green line. You know what I might do actually, just to visualize it a little better? We're going to put a... there you go. Now you can see it. We can put the closures above the zone right there. We'll keep that green line there, but you get the drift. We got 10 minutes until we get a very important candle. It's going to be a new 4-hour candle and a new 1-hour candle. We're getting some bearish push down on it, but that's normal. So go to the hour on both these charts. So here's what our hour looks like on AUDNZD and on USD Here's what our hour looks like. Bullish. We should have it close bullish though. And that's what we're looking for. Green closes will be positive for us. Live green closes, baby. That's what we're looking for. At 9 minutes. We may get in one more position on AUD-NZD here. We'll see, but we may get into another position on AUD-NZD with how this is looking. We got 8 minutes. What's the 4 look like on this? 4 flipped green, baby. 4 flipped green on USD-CHF. If we can get a 4-hour candle close that looks like that, we can eliminate the possibility of a double top downward and certainly look toward the upside. This is the kind of candle we need. Long doji, dragonfly, whatever you want to call it. This is the kind of close we need on this 4-hour candle. And on AUD-NZD, on its 4-hour candle, we're going to close bullish. We're going to close bullish on this 4-hour candle for sure. It's just where we'll close. Because I see it coming back down to this zone and probably tapping it. And then going back up and filling this wick. Boy, USD-CHF would be a fantastic close right there. Would be a really good close. Five minutes left of this 1-hour candle. See it push up. Flip green for us. Flip green for us. That would be real nice. To see a green close on the hour on AUD-NZD. That would be positive for us. We got 5 minutes left until we get this new 4-hour and this new 1-hour. And I'm liking what I'm seeing on both of them, especially the 4-hour on USD CHF. That's a really nice candle there. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. Appreciate you joining the stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. We go live 4 days a week, sometimes 5. We are in USD CHF longs, and we are in AUD NZD longs. You can see where we entered on all of these. See where we entered on all these and where we plan on going. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one on AUD NZD. This is the 4 on USD CHF. And we got 3 minutes until we see a close here. I'd like to eliminate the possibility of a double top on USD CHF. And this could do it for us with a close like this on the 4. This could certainly do it for us. They're both kind of just hovering right where we need them to also. Not really breaking the low body there of the previous candle. We can stay above the body. And then on this one, all we got to do is close above this zone to stay positive here. There you go. It's a good move. Giving it some room to fill a wick, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. There we go. Flip green. 1 more minute. Can we get a green close on AUD NZD? A green 1-hour close would be nice. It's certainly trying. That's for sure. Alright, here's our new candle. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in Florida, and we are getting new candle on both of our charts. Really good close on USD CHF. Really, really good close there, guys. And we created an FVG on this one, so that's solid. It's the first fair value gap that we've had in, boy, since December 9th at 3 p.m. today. It's the first fair value gap we've created in quite some time. Now let's get some upward movement on both of them. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate you, man. Always appreciate your support, brother. This is green. This is moving green. Only 1 minute into the hour, so we're going to have a lot of different movement here, but I think AUD-NZD is looking solid. If you're just getting into this stream, guys, we're long on AUD-NZD and we're long on USD-CHF. 26K volume on AUD-NZD, almost 14K, 13.5K volume on USD-CHF. So the volume's there to get it moving. The volume is there to get it moving. Volume equals volatility. I'll look at the 4 here, see what happens. 4 on both of these, because the 4 on AUD-NZD I expect to come back down to this yellow box right here. We can actually extend this because this is a pretty key zone actually all the way through here. This is a key zone all the way from back through November 21st. So that's a key zone right there. That's where we had our break of structure right down here, and then we had the rise up and the break and retest that confirmed our entry on this trade. So that's where that came from. Thanks, guys. Got all the Smiths in the house. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys. This is typical, though. Like we said, here's our zone. You're typically going to see some retracement down for it to create a bottom wick, and then we're going to see it come up and fill this wick. Yep, we shouldn't see it break this. And like I talked about earlier, a lot of people see this negative number right here and get scared. If you can't hold drawdown, you can't stomach drawdown, you can't trade. What is your question, Ryan? Isn't that a lower candle, though? This candle, it's lower right now. The body is about the same. But this is what happens in trading. You see a retracement about halfway down a candle, especially on a new 4-hour candle. See all these wicks? This happens all the time. You want some wicks, and then you want to see the pressure start to drive it up with the buying power. If we look at the technicals here, we've got a strong buy signal, buy signal, buy signal, buy signal. On the day all the way down through the 15-minute, we've got buy signals. And on our other trade, USD CHF, we had a massive upper wick here. Huge rejection off this zone. Our major drawdown zone, huge rejection. Now twice in the past day and a half, here and here. Good sign that this is going this way. Is it like John Wick? No. But the first 10-15 minutes in a new candle, you're always going to see some pullback. And the pullback's okay. And sometimes the pullback gives you an opportunity to get in another trade. We could enter another position right here. I have the confidence, since we broke through the resistance zone, and this is now our new support, I have the confidence to get in another trade right here. We're not over leveraged either, so it's okay. You can. If the account was over leveraged, we wouldn't want to, but if you're over leveraging your account, you got bigger problems anyway. I'm at 907. Well, if you want to call it a Yankee candle, sure. Like the brand, or Yankees like the most superior MLB team? Well, other than the Dodgers, but we all know that's... Oh, payroll. Buying the Japanese players. A lot of different things there. But we don't need to get into that. We are in the Asian session, though, so I guess it's appropriate. Yeah, she's either watching her show in the other room or she's playing Twilight Princess. Zelda. Yeah, probably. That is what I would imagine. Let's look at the 1-hour candle here. Yeah, we're okay with this one right now. We have a fair value gap that's holding as a support inside this yellow bar here, which is our support. Yep, there we go. Right back up. Yeah, that's the move we're looking for. And now just keep climbing and flip green. Same with this. This shouldn't go too far below this body. It may come down and create a wick like previous candles. But as long as it respects this support right here, we're looking at something like that. So, as long as it respects that, we're in good shape. Are you sad that the Yankees can't win an important game in this century? I would say decade. I wouldn't go as far as century. Yeah, it's upsetting, but hey man, all my teams are losing teams. The Jets, arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL. The New Jersey Nets, Brooklyn Nets, just also not very good. The Yankees. I've at least seen them win a World Series. How many pips makes it worth what hiccup? Meaning the drawdown? We're like holding no pips negative. We're barely holding pips right now negative. We are holding 3.2 pips negative. We're holding 3.2 pips negative on this trade. And on this one, we're holding a little bit more negative. We're holding 15 pips negative. But like 15 pips is absolutely nothing. 40 pip drawdown, yeah, you got a problem. But if you think about this in total, we're holding 15 plus what? What did I say? 4? 19 pips. So you swing 19 the other way, you're up 500. Instead of being down. And that's easily possible. Very easily possible with this Asian session movement. I mean, we got 28,000 in volume on AUD NZD, and we have almost 14,000 volume on USD CHF, and most of it's buying power. They're all bullish. So, yeah, they're all bullish. Same with this one. I'm almost tempted to get in another position here on AUD NZD. You're good, Adele. What's up, man? That's alright. Catch the tail end of the stream here. We're in 2 trades. We're in 2 trades. We're long on AUD NZD and we're long on USD CHF. Our USD CHF trade, Adele, it rejected hard off there. That last 4-hour candle was solid. I know you've been following this trade with me since yesterday on our 6-hour stream. No need to be sorry, brother. You're all good. Go to the 1 hour here. Respect this EMA ribbon and we'll be solid. Just respect this EMA ribbon right here as a support and we will be solid toward that upside. AUD NZD was the most perfect break and retest. So we saw I am not going to say that. I do. But the break here and retest, that's our target there for that break and retest. Just a clear break and retest of the structure there. If you look at the 4 hour, yeah, it's a nice chart right there. Clear downtrend, clear break of structure with a retest on the EMA ribbon and on the zone. Right back up. That's what we're looking for. Careful, Smith. Careful, Smith. YouTube might ban that. You know how they are these days. What are we, 602 down? Please don't. Boy, we're getting some bearish movement on both of these trades, which again is fine because our technical analysis is set up pretty strong. We are 2 hours and 20 minutes into this stream, Adele. 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's ending soon. Trust me. It's late here. But I'll just hold both of these overnight. I've got all my alerts set. See, I got the stop loss alert. We got the TP1 alert, the TP2 alert, and the TP3 alert. So it'll let me know. And then on USD CHF, we got the major drawdown alert. We have the break even alert, break previous high alert, and then finally the profit alert. So we're solid. Just slow moving charts today. Very slow moving charts. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like the stream, click that like button, and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it very much. Yesterday, I took a short on Bitcoin after an unusual pump yesterday. Probably market manipulation. I don't know if it's necessarily market manipulation or just price action. The term market manipulation gets thrown around too much, in my opinion. Yes, BlackRock and Vanguard have the ability to obviously manipulate the market to an extent, but gotta remember how many millions of other people are also trading too. So I look at it. Now we sit and wait, but the good thing is we eliminated a they have Pelosi tracker. They have the Nancy Pelosi tracker where you can copy her trades. It's public information. So like you can track that stuff, but I don't like to trade stocks like that. I like foreign exchange trading better. Market moves in a better way that I understand, and it has more structure to it. Like, think about this. So, like, let's just use Apple or Amazon as an example. You know, the CEO of either of those companies can come out and say something or get caught in a scandal, and the price of the stock could tank. You're not just going to have the US dollar tank because of a scandal or something. The US dollar tanks because of two things. The Feds, the interest rates, and the trade laws or trade deals we have with other countries. That's what really manipulates the US dollar. A Shadow, yes, I lived in Vegas for 12 years. Where do you live in Vegas? It depends where you live. Yes, not very smart people. Where do you live in Vegas, though? I lived in Summerlin. right near TPC Summerlin. West side, like Cheyenne. West side, like Spring Valley. West side, like Durango and 215. Henderson? You mean Hendertucky? I do not like Henderson at all. Henderson's trash. Sorry, man. Summerlin's where it's at. Oh, I know Sahara and Buffalo. Yeah. Of course. There's a Burger King on that corner. There's a Starbucks on that corner. Pretty sure there's a steakhouse right there. Oh, and yeah, and Canyon Gate Country Club. Canyon Gate Country Club is on Sahara and Buffalo. I think I'm right on that one. Yeah, Canyon Gate Country Club is right there. Isn't that Sahara and Buffalo? Yeah, it is. Nice golf course. No, I do not miss Vegas. I lived there for 12 years. I went to college there. I lived on the Strip for a little bit. No, I don't miss it, man. The golf is good, but the golf is better here in Florida, so the weather's better here. The people are better here. Yeah, it's an interesting city, that's for sure. I'll give you that. Interesting city for sure. Nice rejection on the EMA ribbon on the 15-minute on AUD NZD, guys. And if we go to USD CHF on the 15-minute, still just tracking sideways like we have been since a day and a half, almost 2 days ago. But love the 4 hour here. Love the 4 hour here. And on the one, we eliminated the possibility of a double top. Completely eliminated it. Yeah, Florida's the place to be, man. No, I'm not renewing the golf podcast, man. Nope. Trading's the main goal. I will be a 100% professional trader within the next 365 days. I will quit my full-time job within the next 365 days. That is the goal. And trade full-time. All you need is $16K a month. That's my goal. If I can make $16,000 a month, I have no problems. Something light. Yeah, it's alright. You can shit on Vegas, man. I went to college there. I get it. Thanks, Adele. I appreciate you, man. Love the support. Hey, we gotta meet this week and talk about this Discord server we're gonna make. Adele makes Discord servers, guys. Hit him up for all your Discord server needs. I have a Telegram channel and an ebook that I wrote. But according to everybody, we need to go Discord, so we shall see. AUDNZD with a great move there on the 15. Not really worried at all here, guys, to be honest with you. Both these trades still look very positive, technically sound. Really no issues with them. Just in a little bit of drawdown. Yeah, that works for me. Make it so it's not too late or too early for you, too. Try and work out a good time. I need to pay somebody to be a moderator, too, at some point. Don't quite have enough in the chat yet, but make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. What are we at? 306. Let's go. $306 subscribers. We are up a ton. Up over 92 subscribers in the past 28 days. That's pretty good, guys. That is really good. The watch hours is the problem. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Very much. All right, we got a new 15-minute candle in 3 minutes, guys. We got 2 minutes. Let's take a look at this 15. Good 15-minute rejection there. On this one, I don't know if we're going to like this one as much. This one's going to mess with us for another couple hours. But the 4 looked damn good. That 4-hour candle close was good. We expect it to create a wick. So I have no problem with it going down here. We expect it to create a wick and then come back up. But new 15 incoming. We got 1 minute. I want to see a green close here and a green close here. Yeah, man, it's been removed for a while, too. I wish it wasn't. I love MetaTrader. I think MetaTrader was one of the best programs out. But I will say Liquid Charts is pretty good, too. And, like, the phone version's pretty good also. So, it's not an app. They don't have an app for iOS yet. They have an app for Android, apparently, but not for iOS. I don't think, at least. Let's take a look if they added it yet. Let's see. I don't think they do. Actually, let me go back on this. Trading. No, because my broker doesn't link to TradingView. I'd have to be using a US broker, and I don't want to. Because the US broker doesn't give me the leverage I want to trade with. Yeah, they only have a web trader. Oh, wait a second. They have Apple now? Hold on. It looks like they have Apple now. Let me take a look. If the App Store has Liquid Trader, I will be extremely happy. Nah, they don't. They don't. I thought they did. How to download Liquid Charts Pro for iOS. Yeah, it's just the website. Yeah, you just add it to the home screen. Speaking of, I should do that. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. There we go. Yeah, man. I know we talked about this, but I just don't like funded. Funded is not for me. Not for me. I can fund myself. I don't need to use someone else's money. $306. We're getting up there. Oh, we lost one. It's okay. Well, guys, it is late for me. I'm going to stay in these trades. I have my alert set, just so everybody knows. We got the alert set. We got the major drawdown, the break even, the previous high, and the profit on the USD CHF trade. And then on the NZD, we have our stop loss, TP1, TP2, and TP3. Adele, I appreciate you joining, everybody who's watching. Yeah, I hope so. 500 before the end of the year. Yeah, everybody, Elliot, everybody watching, I appreciate you guys. We're at 2 hours and 40 minutes, but I am going to call it for the night because I am exhausted. So again, I appreciate everybody joining. Adele, I'll talk to you soon. And you guys have a great night, okay? Both these trades are going to go into profit. We're already seeing it. These trades are going to go into profit. I've got no doubt in my mind. This sideways charting is going to end soon. But good stream, good stream. We're still holding drawdown, but good stream, guys. A lot of really good information came out of today. So I appreciate everyone. We will see you tomorrow.